Yeah, best ways to resist the urge to smoking after quitting smoking cigarette. We want to look at the different ways you can resist the urge to smoking again, even if you have quit smoking cigarette or weed. Um, do you have a friend or family or anyone that smokes and you need to help them reduce the urge, even if it's two? Then you're on the right side, then you're on the right video, watching the right channel, because at this stage you'll be looking at the various things you can do, the various things and ways you can actually manage your quit smoking, and that means different ways you can resist the urge to smoke cigarette after you must have quit it, or you're urging to quit it, or you're trying so much to quit it. And many times, I mean, some few years ago, I do have friends who even have a particular friend that said he told me that he can't just do without smoking, meaning he's addicted to smoking of cigarette and he cannot do without it. So after a few time with him telling her, I told him I told him the various dangers of smoking and some of the things that are the disadvantages of smoking, because smoking is actually do you more harm than good. And I also approached another fellow, which I believe is strong and addicted to smoke. Is in fact I call him a chain smoker, and I said you can stop this smoking only if you are motivated to do that. So you can. So if but I noticed that smokers usually have this urge of going back to it again after they must have stopped smoking the cigarette after a while, and that's the power of the tobacco in it. Because people that have addicted to tobacco or nicotine and all those things, what happens is that the nicotine inside makes them addicted because they wanted to have it over and over again. So we are going to be looking at one after the other. So as you watch on with the video, we'll be giving you the different ways you can resist, and I'm very sure I'm able to convince. Since I convinced my friend of some of the dangers that happen with when you continue smoking, and now he has quit and is feeling well. So when people tend to smoke, they feel like, okay, let me buy just few stick, and so there are different ways. So now, if you look at the different ways to get motivated to stop smoking, and that's resisting the urge to quit smoking even after you have quit smoking a cigarette. And one of the things you can do is you consider the health hazards. One of the ways you can resist smoking of cigarettes or resisting the urge to smoke after quitting it is to remind yourself of the various dangers that comes along with it. There are so many health hazards of smoking, like lung cancer, stomach cancer, death, impotency, hypertension, and all those things. I once told a friend that if you want to stop smoking, just type the effect of smoking on Google or YouTube, and I'm very sure you see millions and millions of results, which he did. And the next day he said, oh, because of the lung cancer, because of lung cancer related disease, which due to tobacco smoking and all those things, then with time he dropped from smoking a carton of cigarette then to 1 to 2, then later he stopped it eventually, all because I was able to convince him on the various danger that goes along with somebody who is to the extent that I even gave him a picture of somebody who is a smoker and somebody not a smoker and how their lungs looks like. And that's then the next thing also to get prepared to quit. There was time I was also trying to convince a chain smoker of the habit of quitting smoking, and because he keeps flashing back to the person. So I asked him, I told him you have to be prepared, because when you quit, you are fighting addiction, you are fighting yourself, and what the body likes, what the flesh likes, and also you need to get prepared for it, and so that you can actually resist the urge, or so that even when you try to get rid of smoking as fast as possible. But getting prepared means that you are mentally and physically and spiritually prepared to quit it. Also, you need to remind yourself, just like set a reminder. This is one of the best way, because people have using it, and people have used it and it works for them, and I believe it's going to work for you as well, because that you can just resist yourself from smoking cigarette again after quitting or urging. Is always set a reminder that reminds you of something else doing. Each time the reminder rings, you can set and say no to drugs, say no to tobacco, say no to nicotine, and say no to lung cancer, and all these things. So when you look at saying no to all these things, saying no to drugs, say no to tobacco, say no to lung cancer, and all those things, if it keeps reminding you as a reminder, I'm very sure with time you are going to stop this. No matter how addicted you are, you will stop it with time, even only if you set a reminder. And you can also reward yourself. I told a friend of mine, like, okay, if you have stopped smoking and you look at the weeks which you have stopped, you look at the days or the number of sticks, then you can also reward yourself. Okay, I've done a week of smoking, of quitting smoking. I've done a month, and I've done few days, and maybe like even from the stick, you can get a boost, give yourself a pass mark, and continue to take it. And likewise, you can also find an alternative of maybe like fresh fruits, all those fresh fruits, milk, yogurt, and all those things, and then you eat vegetables and different type of veggies and fiber fruits. anytime you feel like taking smoking, why not go for fiber fruits? Why not go for fruits? Why not go for yogurt, milk, and all those things? Then it works. Then you also need to eat more fruits. You can also resist this urge to smoking cigarettes after even quitting it, because no matter how, you're going to fight a battle of choice. You're going to fight a battle of you wanting or denying yourself of what your body wants. So just in case of cigarettes, in case of tobacco, in case of weed, but by replacing them with fruits. So each time you feel like smoking, why just go get some fruits like watermelon, like oranges, like pineapple, apple, mangoes, and all those things, and eat very well, and drink water. It's better you get addicted to fruit and vegetables than to get admitted to smoking of cigarette. So it means that you have to take your word by yourself. Look at your watch, look at your progress level, and you will leave smoking permanently with them. So if you feel like, oh, I need to just resist this urge, maybe the urges will come like, let me just go get a stick, let me go. So remind yourself that fruits can be an alternative, and which is also a good method. I've seen people also use this method. They invite a friend. This is one of the most proven methods that have worked for many people, according to my research and according to people that have said so. That these are some of the things that help them quit the smoking. So one of the best way you can do this is you just try as much as possible to invite a friend, a mentor, a close person to help you monitor your progress. The person will be like, okay, you're achieving the result. Like for somebody who smokes six sticks a day or 10 sticks a day, and start smoking 2 days, smoking 1 day, you have to quit it. Even if the urge is coming, you have to resist. You are maintaining or you are managing the resist, or maybe like the addiction to the body. So it means that, but you need somebody like a mentor, like a guardian, or someone like a friend that tells you, okay, you are doing better. Have you smoked today? No. Before you know it, day 1, day 2, day 3, a week, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, 3 months. And before you know it, 6 months, a year, and you might not even touch the stick. So that's this one is more of a mental issue. You can also distract yourself. Like I said earlier, you can leave smoking or resist the urge to smoking by distracting yourself from the habit each time you feel like doing it. The urge will come, but how do you resist this urge? Just distract yourself by playing games, go for Facebook chatting with friends, going for games, watching some comedies, doing something better, maybe like, and even go for programming, blog yourself out, watch YouTube movies and watch people comedy videos, and before you know it, you are distracting yourself from this urge for you to start smoking the cigarettes, and with time, you will not smoke again because you will find an alternative for doing this. And if you can do this, I believe it's cool for you. Then you also need to drink more water, because research claims that the human body needs over 7 glass cups of water a day, and you can drink as many glass cups of water, because when you do that, it makes you full and it reduces the urge to smoking. Not like, it's very safe, but there are other things, there are other benefits like increasing your digestion rates, making your body have this higher metabolism, making your body free of disease, and also it's also help you maintain your weight so that you don't add too much weight and all those things. So these are some of the ways which I've seen that works, that can be used to just resist the urge to continue smoking, or maybe like to prevent you from smoking even after quitting the smoke of cigarettes. So what we have said, like, there are very sure ways of resisting the urge to smoking of cigarettes after quitting it, and which I've mentioned. Like I said, you need to just find a way of distracting yourself, drinking more water. Then I said you need to go on veggies and vegetables, eat more vegetables and fruit. Then invite a friend to check your progress level. Reward yourself of your progress. Then set or a reminder that reminds you that, okay, I've quit this and I'm no more going to go back to it. And also get prepared to quit. But most importantly, highlight all the disadvantages of the problems, of the health, all the life-threatening diseases that come out with smoking, like cardiac arrest, like heart diseases, like lung cancer that kills people very fast. So look at the various hazards, the health and life-threatening diseases that come out with smoking, and if you look at them, if you have seen the picture of some of these things, then you will quit smoking. So no matter what the urges will come, how do you resist the urges? Then look at the hazard. And like I told you, like somebody he brought a picture of somebody who's not a smoker and somebody is a smoker. Look at how their lungs looks like. So you can see that the lungs of a non-smoker is red in color, and the smoker is what is black. It means that the nicotine acid or the lungs is getting infected, is getting darker and darker and darker. So with time, the person will be suffering from lung cancer, chest pain, and all that. So these are the things you need to avoid. So In our next post, we'll be looking for. We're looking at weeds, addiction, and how to prevent some of these addiction. See you now. Don't forget to like our post or subscribe to us. Thank you very much.